video part. Hold on, let me see if it's gonna boot you in the actual video. So I got enough spaces for y'all.
What's up,
No, hold
Lisa?
on. Monday night on here. Hold on, I'm gonna have to have you do that again in a minute. I'll tell you when. I gotta switch this grid so I can fit y'all in the video
Oh,
thing.
Hey TJ,
What's that, Ref?
can you hear my TV in the background?
I can hear, but not to the point where it's distracting. Yeah, I can. I heard a little something a
Because I
second.
got noise. I was asking. I got noise canceling headphones. I just want to make sure they were working.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I said I got noise canceling headphones. I just wanted to make sure it was blocking
oh
out my
yeah, yeah.
background.
Yeah, I can hear somebody TV. Maybe that's OG's. You got TV on OG?
It ain't me.
Nah, that's
Probably just
Raf. Yeah,
something running in the background.
yeah,
Okay.
that's Raf. Then yeah, your noise cancel. You probably got to change the setting on that because I can hear that. I can't hear it real bad, but I can hear it though. Or that ain't to the point where it's distracting
Okay.
or nothing like that or whatever. Yeah, OG, I'm gonna let it boot you in a minute. But before you show that thing again, let me. I got a couple questions for you. What you doing, a Virginia boy, being an LA Lakers fan? What
Me,
led you to be a Lakers fan?
I read a book on Kareem.
You read a book about Kareem?
Yeah, and it was either elementary or junior high. I read a book about Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Oh yeah.
and then basically everybody in my neighborhood was a Lakers fan. Everybody in my family, they just I don't know how,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay, that's interesting to know. Now I'm gonna ask you the same questions I asked Rap. What was some of the most phenomenal things you ever seen Kobe Bryant do?
man, no, I don't.
You talking to me?
Oh, you know what? It's something running.
No, whatever I'm hearing, not a problem. I'm just Raph was asking me could we hear his TV because he was trying to make sure his noise canceling headphones work. Whatever that sound is, not bothering me. It ain't like drowning out the show or nothing.
Okay.
So yeah. Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I think the most. Oh man, there's so many, but how about the 81 points in 3 quarters?
Oh man,
I'm like,
absolutely.
he definitely could have broke that 100 point.
Yeah. Like
That's,
who got the 100 points? Is it Chamberlain? Will
yeah.
Chamberlain? Okay.
Um, f- um, I'm gonna tell you one of the most phenomenal things is his mental attitude when he was like, okay, Shaq, y'all can let Shaq go, and I'll still win a title without him. And then they went and got Paul Gasol, somebody who is nowhere as near as dominant as Shaq.
OG, you might have to drop down and call back in because I think you
Yeah,
have a little noise feedback. I think you
yeah.
getting
I'm
questions
gonna
from me
call
late.
back in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, because he getting a little backdrop from me because he was asking a lot of the questions I asked him a little late or whatever. So we're gonna have him come back in. I didn't even know OG. See, you learn something new every day. I didn't even know OG was a Lakers fan. He a Virginia boy. I would have never thought he was no Lakers fan. Yeah. Yeah, I would have never thought he was no Lakers fan. OG, we trying to get him back in out there in Cal, Texas, representing and letting us know what's causing all of this.
Yeah, that's about done. I forgot all about that.
All right, we trying to get him back on here or whatever. We're gonna listen until we get him back real quick. We're gonna listen to this analysis that Chauncey Billups was putting talking about with Kobe Bryant. And then when OG bounce back in here, let me know and we'll get his opinion again on that. And I want to see that that jersey collection he had again because that was a nice little jersey set there. OG, let me know if I need to send you the thing again. Let me know
I'm
if
in.
I need to send you that link again if you're having problems getting in or whatever. Let's play this clip from Chauncey Billups here.
Thank you very much. That being said, Dylan, I want to start with you.
Okay.
How do you feel about LeBron saying that about himself?
First and foremost, to me, LeBron officially passed Larry Bird and got into the top 5 when he won his final championship, his only championship in Cleveland. In my mind, He still has a way to go clearly to pass. Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, 11 championships, 13 years. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
The captain.
and my heart just won't let him pass Magic just yet. I got to see a little bit more. And so that's where I'm going on this topic. I appreciate how he's bringing this up. Some millennials that only saw him play and continue to say he's the guy. But guys that's been around the game and young ladies, we've seen something else that's really special as well.
I agree with everything you're saying, Jay. I love it. I love that he stepped out there. I love that he stepped out there and said that. I don't remember any other player ever coming out and saying I'm the greatest of all time. I've never seen that before. I love that he's done that. He's on the Mount Rushmore, in my opinion, but I can't put him at the top. There's no way I can put him at the top. And at the end of the day, and he talked about this, that win, beating that team, made him the greatest of all time. Maybe if he would have hit that shot that Kyrie hit,
I mean, that is a
I
part
could
of the
see
narrative.
him maybe saying that, but I can't go there. I'm sorry.
You know what? We should turn to our resident self-promoter.
I don't want to be the self-proclaimed this, because when you think of all the great players like Jalen said, Kareem, Magic, none of them has never come out and said, I'm the GOAT. You know, that's something up to like the fans, the writers, and former players. You know, so when they come out with these ESPN rankings and all these other rankings, you know, let that be the judge, I think. You know, but the self-proclaimed, he's definitely up there. He's definitely top 5 in my book. But I think when you look at the accolades, the championships, I mean, Jordan, Magic, Kareem, they're all up there. I mean, Kareem has 6 MVPs, 5 championships. Magic, 5 championships with the MVPs, you know. So for him to come out and say it, it doesn't really like sway which way you're going to go as far as.
I mean, the argument.
I just love that he said it. I really do.
See, I would think of the 3 guys up here, I hated it the most.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You know why? Because he's probably been feeling that way, and I like the fact that he just said it. It made me the greatest of all time.
Well,
whether I believe him or not,
play or championship
I like
makes
that he
you
said
that. Because it's not a player or championship that makes you the greatest of all time. It's the course of the body of work that you put in. So,
I mean, if you're going to say that, he got a point.
But also, if that's the case,
he's the greatest specimen that we've ever seen.
But also, his greatest individual achievement, which he acknowledged beating the Warriors, doesn't make him the greatest player of all time. That's a different thing. And also, for those that want to compare the two, Michael Jordan, when you talk about all NBA first team defensively, leading the league in scoring over 30 points per game, finals MVPs, championships, like the categories that you guys hold personal to you, like just another level that MJ's on.
Do you think this will end up being generational? Because it seems like people in our age group and higher, we sort of cringed at the idea of saying that you're the greatest of all time. Because there are living legends that you guys have all referenced. We've never heard them say anything close to that.
Right. This definitely will be generational, because there's some people before us that probably don't think of Michael like we think of Michael. So it's definitely a generational thing, and I'm pretty sure that the young kids that didn't really see this guy MJ play as much as we did, and they see LeBron James and Kobe. You know, Kobe gets slighted in all of this, by the way, but
is that the number one guy who gets slighted, you think?
Absolutely.
It's 2.
100%. Who's the other?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Timmy for sure too.
And but you know what? LeBron having these conversations and his accolades allow us and the fans to kind of put him ahead of those 2 guys.
But here's the crazy thing. Y'all probably gonna kill me. But
okay.
I think MJ is the greatest of all time. But I think Kobe is more skilled than any player that's ever played that I've seen.
I don't think that's
not a bad. That ain't far off for that.
You rolling with that?
He's up there.
He's
just talking about skill.
That's good or bad.
But I agree with your question. LeBron putting the conversation out there allows the media and the fans to allow him to leapfrog Kobe and Tim Duncan and eliminate the conversation because he's putting himself next to MJ.
What about the King?
MJ is great. I agree, Bryant. I'm more of a LeBron person, but MJ is great. I would say the top 3: LeBron, Kobe, MJ. Oscar Robertson probably 4th.
His entire 20-year career with
Tim Duncan,
5
dudes
titles,
like that.
2 Finals MVPs, and
Shaq.
18 All-Stars. We welcome Kobe Bryant to the desk. Thank you so much for being here. Debut at Kansas City News Cage. We are very much looking forward to.
Looking smooth, bro. Looking smooth.
I gotta say, very sharp.
I'm very impressed.
Whatever extra time you took back there, it paid off. Look at this.
You finally said when you admit that dress is better than you?
Yeah, I'll give it to me.
Okay.
I value your.
So for those that aren't familiar with your project, we want to share a clip and then get into it, okay?
Okay.
Check it out.
Every Muse cage is
Of this, because as a life skill, I feel like it applies to anybody that's trying to hone a skill and trying to reach success.
Let's go to a different one. That interview is about something else.
Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this is better than LeBron. So first of all, risk LeBron over Kobe, and then we can compare.
Nah, that's a YouTube mark. Hold on.
they cotton around.
Once every 10, once every 15 years.
I'm trying to find another clip. Y'all, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Kobe Bryant, of all the points that he scored, 2,086 assists that were given to him. Only
I don't know about that, man, Brian.
The other 4 leaders in assists to
MJ,
him
Kareem, Kobe, Magic, Bird. That's a good list, OG.
What is it here? I got a list here.
Feel free to call back in when you want, OG. If y'all not gonna call back in, I'm in the video soon. Let me know if y'all you gonna call in, OG.
Those were the individuals that are accountable for the assist to some of Kobe's points in his career. Okay. Only 2 of them were guards. The others were forward. So Kobe's
a lot of people say LeBron lacked the killer instinct. I don't know about that.
Jordan's numbers along those lines?
I have not yet.
Because they both played in the triangle for the same coach with similar type of point guards.
Yeah, but not similar type of supporting cast.
Just to let y'all know, I'm about to put up a Clash of Champions 5 right after this. So let me know if y'all want to do that.
With Shaq and other guys, it's just different. I'm not saying that.
Let me know if y'all want to get in on that. I'm about to put it up.
For the most part, he was dominant. He got the ball. My only point in bringing that up is to say, you talk to Kobe. The important thing to understand for us all.
Put it up probably like around 6.
No, he
believes that he ain't joking.
But that's why
he's not joking.
That's why I'm saying it matters to him. It's important for him to believe it, but every shred of evidence points to Jordan, which is why it's him, then Jordan, and LeBron, according to him. Let me quickly say, Kobe's also told me, what if Jordan came in the league with Wilt Chamberlain, right? Because that's what happened with Shaq and him. And he, points that out to say, like, it's difficult for me to prove my case. I was playing next to the modern-day Wilt Chamberlain. My response to that is if Phil Jackson had Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain on the same team, they would win the championship every year. Jordan won the championship every year in under 7 games. He'd win it in under 4 games. Jordan and Wilt, they called the series off after 3 games. It's a massacre. All right, hold on. I want you guys to go somewhere with me. So first, answer this question for me. Let's set aside Kobe for 1 second. Do you think Michael Jordan cares about this debate? Does he care about being compared to LeBron James? Does he care about winning the GOAT debate?
No, not directly. What I mean by that is this, and I've explained this to Max on several occasions and various others. It's not that they care about the individual comparisons. They care about the criteria. When LeBron retires, it's not going to be, and you have somebody else on the come up that we're saying is better than LeBron. It's not that he's going to look at the individual player and say, "Oh, that guy's better than me."
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put that Clash up.
Look at the criteria.
Around 6 o'clock. Clash 17. Be looking forward to that Clash of Champions.
That favor a particular offensive play or a system rather. Like today's game is much softer than the games back in the day. You understand that Steph Curry wouldn't have been what he is because they'd have hurt him. They'd have put something on them because the rules allowed you to get physical. So they pay attention to those kind of things. In other words, the Jordan rules that were implemented by the bad boy Pistons, Jordan thinks about having to go through that to ascend to the point that he ascended to. And he's asking who else had to go through that. So they look at those things. And if we're not consistent with the criteria we utilize to judge those guys, that's when guys get their backup and they're offended. If you're judging everybody by the same accord, and you can believe what you want, they might debate or argue with you, but it's no big deal. But where they get their backup and they're very, very serious about it is when we change the standard to a less rigid fashion for their predecessors, for their successors. That's when they have a problem with
Jordan cares about it, but I want to relate a story that Stephen A. told me once about Michael Jordan.
Sure.
And this is my version of like sports pornography, practically. It's my favorite sports story of all time. Michael Jordan used to infuriate his opponents before big games. He would do things off the court to infuriate them. And when Stephen A. told me this, I said, of course, this is what Muhammad Ali used to do. You want to get under their skin, throw him off his game. Stephen A. said, no. Jordan used to tell me I wanted them to hate me so they were the best versions of themselves.
And then he would destroy them.
So that when I beat them, they knew I beat their best. Michael Jordan spends his time nowadays watching LeBron James thinking, how would I defend him? He is psychotically competitive, defectively competitive.
The reason that I bring up Jordan, I want to bring Kobe back here now, is I think there are people that pay attention to this. I think it does fuel some. I think they're fueled by anger and a burning desire and edge. And then there are those who know what they can control, as you point out, Max, who know I can't control the debate. I controlled it when I was on the floor. I can't control what Stephen A. or Max thinks. That is a unique ability to understand the world. And maybe these guys are unique, or maybe they have that edge still.
Let me give you a nugget of information. I can't tell you how many times, whether it's Jordan, Isaiah, or anybody else, any of those stars, any of the guys that used to play, that are Hall of Famers, I can't tell you how many arguments I've had with them over players that had nothing to do with them. They would argue. I mean, Jordan will argue on behalf of Bird.
Right.
Isaiah would argue on behalf of other guys. I mean, you know, when you heard names like, for example, names that we don't even mention or think about, the Junior Bridgmans and Sidney Moncriefs of the world, and people like that. Alvin Robertson, strongest guy. I mean, this guy was an ox. You hear people talking about him like this, like, what? They think about it. And so this is what I mean when I talk about them protecting the culture and the history.
Real quick.
Because they're going to hold you accountable for the standard that you held them to. They want you to hold it to LeBron and others.
Real quick, Jordan went for 6 championships because Magic had 5. That was the modern era record, right? Jordan wants to be the greatest ever, and he knows he can prove it. This is why Kobe doesn't want to debate it. He knows in his heart he's the best ever, but he can't prove it.
But do you think it burns Kobe that more often than not, the debate is MJ versus LeBron?
Of course. Kobe
gotta burn.
Kobe is an intellectual. He doesn't have much patience for what he considers to be idiocy. He definitely values those that paved the way, that played in a different time, in a different system. No old school guys that value him, because Kobe's a guy that believes that they value him more than they value somebody like LeBron. Like we talked about Jordan. You remember Wojnarowski, Woj interviewed Giannis the other day. And Giannis talked about, I'm not trying to be friends with anybody. I'm going up against it, right? You remember when he said that?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Kobe wasn't that kind of guy, right? Giannis is not that kind of guy, right? Who is that kind of guy? Who befriends everybody?
LeBron.
Hugging everybody, singing Kumbaya, we all boys, let's hang out. Nah, that's not the old school cat. They ain't about that.
Time for the buzzer, and it's only appropriate.
Alrighty, y'all. That's gonna wrap it up for this one for me. Once again, a lot of people can debate to the end of time. Is Kobe the greatest of all time? We know this for certain. He's definitely one of them. Just looking at these numbers: 33,000 points, 7,000 rebounds, 6,000 assists, an Olympian from 2008 to 2012, 5-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA Finals MVP. MVP of the NBA of 2008, 18-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA All-Star MVP, 2-time All-Team, 3rd team, 9-time All-Defense, 1st team, 2-time All-3rd team, 3-time NBA All-Defense, 2-time NBA Scoring Champion 06 and 07, 97 Slam Dunk Champion, Rookie of the Year 1997, Naismith Prep Player of the Year 96, 1st time Parade All-American 96, 4th team Parade All-American 95, McDonald's All-American 1996. What more need to be said about Kobe Bryant? Scored 81 points in the game, played with a broken finger, had some of the most ferocious dunks ever. I think we pretty much said everything we need about Kobe Bryant. If you enjoyed this audio tonight, we encourage you, Team Prodigy, my team, encourage you to subscribe. We always have a great topic going on pretty much every day on here. It was just 5 days a week, but we pretty much just went from every day, usually at around 5 o'clock, 5:30 commute time home. I got stuff up already. I'll check my schedule, updated my schedule up until Sunday last night, so y'all can check and see what we're doing with that, man. We're just cranking out content, trying to keep y'all entertained during these bad times because everybody got to be at home or whatever. And we just continue to bring the entertainment. Me and Raph represented last night, so go back and check out. We had a good time or whatever. So, yeah, I encourage everybody. Another thing I encourage you to do, start yourself a HAPS account. You get 100 coins just for signing up on the app. That's more incentive. You get 100 coins if you use my link. You can find on my profile, TJ the Prodigy. They just give you 100 coins for signing up. They give you 40 to 50 coins every single day for signing in. So what more incentive than you need? And what can you eventually do with those coins? You can give them to a broadcaster you support like me or somebody else. You don't have to give it to me, whoever you like. There's always somebody on here talking about what you like. Just type it into the search engine or hashtag it and it'll come up. But lastly, you can turn those coins into money. You let them accumulate, and they cash up as percentages. They take 30%, you keep 70, and it's a percentage for each coin. I think for every 100 coins, you get like 10% or some 10 cents or something along those lines. So get out here, grind out content, have a bunch of side hustles going on. That's the keys of freedom. That's the keys of getting off the rat race of life. Let's be honest. Most people hate their jobs, and a lot of that can be settled by you taking the initiative and broadcasting. You can be the best at whatever you do, no matter what trade or skill, but nobody won't know it unless you get over here and do it. So with those words, encouraging words, I want to thank everybody for being on here. Thanks for everybody for participating in this show today. Continue to be great, be healthy, stay safe, eat healthy, enjoy some good content, and I will be back at 6 o'clock with Clash of Champions 17. We had a lot. Thank y'all. We had a lot of fun yesterday with the Clash of Champions, so I'm thinking about making it a Saturday and Sunday thing, especially when my shows go short like this one did. I think we only went an hour and 25 minutes, which is kind of short for my shows because we know some of them can be quite long. I want to thank everybody for commenting in the comment section. I want to encourage everybody to comment more. If we don't bite, open up a little more. And we're going to continue to revolutionize this show. Pretty soon, I'm trying to hit sponsorship. If you want to sponsor me, even if it's $1 a month, that helps a lot with this content. Even if you give us 10 cents, we really appreciate it. We'll shout your name out on here. If you donate something, you will get a shout out. And I'll let you co-host one of the shows for me. So for Team Prodigy, for me, for everybody, I'm going to let y'all in on this great song, and I'll catch y'all in a minute on the Clash of Champions. Rest in peace, Kobe. You're with the guys now, the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Black Mamba, attack conquer, basketball beast, rap monster, crossover good, a turnaround jumper, or just drive the lane and dunk on dunkers. You know where it's going down, yo. This is the late show, but don't drown, though. I call him King Bryant, not just the crown show. Pass me the damn ball, I don't need a pick at all. And don't worry about my shot, cause I'ma get that all. Yeah, I dropped 40 on your double team. Then I dropped 81 on another team. Yeah, you better guard me with caution. And watch I work them like an auction. No such thing as exhaustion. No time for resting, cause I don't take the breaks. I just break records. And I prefer the ball with 3 seconds. And I bet we go in it all in 3
Salute, y'all.
seconds.
Have a great day.